everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Millie and today I wanted to do a what I eat in a day, workout with me sort of video thing. So it is just before 8 o'clock. I have been up not very long. I'm already on my second coffee of the day. I don't like to eat before I do a workout, so I'm going to get that done before it gets too hot because it is boiling hot today. I think it's meant to be like 30 degrees. So I'm going to get my workout done before it gets too hot and then I will show you what I'm eating. So as you can probably tell, I have just finished my workout, but I wanted to show you this really weird strawberry that I'm having for my breakfast. So I'm just putting together like a little fruit bowl for my breakfast, but look at this strawberry. It's got legs. It's like flat on the bottom and it's got little legs. But yeah, I'm having some strawberries, some grapes, raisins or sultanas, I don't know, something like that, a handful of cocoa shreddies and an apple that I will cut up in a second. But that is what I'm going to have after I get out of the shower because my goodness, I need a shower. So I've got my water, got my fruit, and I'll go and get ready for the day. So it is a little bit later on now. It is 1:15 and I am fresh out the shower, so that's why my hair is looking a little bit crazy, but we'll just tuck it back there and pretend it's not happening. And while I get ready for the rest of the day, whatever's left of the day, I just wanted to sort of explain why I eat the way that I eat, a little bit of background about sort of my diet and my weight. So sorry if you can hear cars, I live on a main road. So in September of 2018, I realised that I was lactose intolerant. So I went from eating pizzas every single day and eating cheese sandwiches and cheese pasta and everything that was cheesy. I went from eating that every single day to not being able to eat it. It was making me really poorly. So just that change alone meant that I lost a lot of weight. So before then, so in like August of 2018, I was at my biggest. I weighed, I think, around 16.5 stone, and I'm only like 5'5". I'm not amazingly tall, so that was like a lot of weight on me. I was like a size 18, size 20, but everything that I bought, like all of the clothes that I bought, would be stretchy. So I have no idea, like I probably was bigger than that. I always bought stretchy clothes because nothing fit me right and everything was uncomfortable. I couldn't walk up the stairs without having like an asthma attack. Like my asthma was really, really bad. So then in September of 2018, when I cut out dairy, I was still eating meat at that point and eggs, but I cut out dairy, and I don't know how quickly like the first lot of weight like came off me, but I remember from January to April of 2019 I lost 4 stone in 4 months, and I was exercising every single day. I was miserable as anything. I was barely eating anything at all. I was working out at least 2 hours every single day, really hard. Like we bought a treadmill, I was doing like weight training, and obviously like I was barely eating. I was eating like carrot sticks and cucumber sticks for my lunch, and then like maybe the same for my tea, and drinking coffee because I had no energy because I wasn't eating anything. But I was just so miserable that I just couldn't see that it wasn't healthy what I was doing. I thought, you know, the weight's falling off me, I must be doing it right, and I absolutely was not. Like I wasn't having any carbs, I wasn't having any bread, I wasn't having pasta, I wasn't having anything that I enjoyed, anything with any sort of flavour. Like I was just living on like bland food for like 4 months, and I was really, really miserable. Like looking back now, I wish I'd seen how miserable I was. Like now that I'm sort of like out the other side of it, I can see that like it wasn't doing me any good. So in May, I was down to about 12 stone. I was wearing a size 12, and I thought, great, I'm at the weight that I want to be. I am at the size that I want to be, like the same size now. I have no idea what I weigh now. I don't weigh myself anymore, but I was at the sort of goal that I'd set myself, and I was still miserable. I don't think I've ever really said that out loud, so that's a bit scary. Like I eat so much now, and I've stayed the same weight since then. So I've stayed the same weight for the last year, and I enjoy working out, I enjoy exercising when it's not 30 degrees outside, which it is today, so that was a little bit of a struggle. So now I never say to myself that I'm not allowed anything. Like I have ice cream most days, not like dairy-free ice cream. I have crisps most days. I enjoy food. I enjoy eating and I enjoy cooking, and I think that's a really important part of life. Like you need to eat to survive, and for so long I didn't allow myself that, and that's really like upsetting to me that I allowed myself that, because I've always loved food. So now like I literally eat what I want now. So it's just about the balance and like knowing what your body wants and what your body actually needs. I know that I am happier when I eat a healthy, balanced diet. I know that that is something that benefits me mentally more than anything. Like I was so miserable when I wasn't allowing myself the food that I like, that like I never want to get back to that. And losing weight is great, but enjoying your life is so much more important. So although I'm not trying to, like, I have more weight to lose. I mean, my BMI still says that I'm a little bit overweight for my height and everything, but that's fine. I'll get there eventually. I'm not like restricting myself and making myself miserable again just for the sake of a few pounds. It's not that important. Like, as long as we're all happy and we're healthy, then that's the most important thing. So now, like, I don't limit myself. Like I said in my vegan food swaps video, if I wanted meat and if I wanted a bacon sandwich, I would just go and buy the stuff to have a bacon sandwich. I just don't fancy meat. I don't like eating it anymore. It was a slow change, but when I'm at home, I just cook what I want and I eat what I want, and I do allow myself treats. I do allow myself crisps. I love crisps. I do allow myself like sweets and biscuits, because I don't think it does anybody any good restricting themselves. I think the moment you say to yourself, oh, I really want some biscuits but I can't have them, I think that's where like the mental like restriction comes into it, or at least that's how I felt it was with me. And that's when you just, I was just so miserable. I don't really know what I'm trying to say with this ramble, but I hope you understand why I felt like I had to explain that a little bit. I'm not advertising using a vegan diet for weight loss. So I'm just showing you what I eat, if you care, which I'm sure nobody does, but I'm doing it anyway. Ow. So I hope that ramble makes sense. The basics are, I lost a lot of weight living my life miserably and living my life the wrong way. I know that when I was in that, I was trawling the internet, like looking for the answers, and I knew what the answer was. You just need to eat a little bit less than what you were and move a little bit more than what you were. That's the secret, kids. You want to lose weight? That is it. But like I say, I'm not actively trying to lose weight now. I am so happy with myself and where I'm at and what I'm eating, and yeah, I'm loving my life. I really hope I can edit this down because I've been rambling for 25 minutes. Good luck editing, Millie. So I will go and I will check back in with you when I make my lunch, which will be soon because my tummy is rumbling. So I'm downstairs making my lunch now. I'm making myself a sort of fake Nando's wrap. So I use these are the no chick strips from Iceland. These are vegan. I do believe that Quorn do like a chicken strip type of thing, but I'm not 100% sure if they're vegan or not. I think they might have egg in them, but I've defrosted them and I'm going to put them on. We've got like a George Foreman grill, so I'm going to cook these until they're nice and brown, and then I will construct my wrap. I put in lettuce leaves, Nando's peri salt that you can get anywhere, a little bit of vegan mayonnaise and tomato chutney. So that is the finished product. As you can see, like, the bits of fake chicken just look like normal chicken and they are so delicious. But yeah, chicken salad wrap with mayonnaise and tomato chutney and salad, lettuce. And I've also got some carrot sticks, and this is sweet chili hummus, in case, because I don't think this will be quite enough because I am starving. But yeah, I'll go sit out in the garden, I think, and eat this now. So I didn't check in with you earlier, but at about 3 o'clock, I think it was about then, I had a packet of crisps and a banana. So That's got to be all of my 5 a day today. I can't even think what I've had, but anyway, I had some crisps because I love crisps. And now it is 6:30 and I'm making tea. So tonight we are having spaghetti and meatballs. We got the Linda McCartney meatballs. We've never had them before, so I'll let you know how they are. But we are also making the pizza pinwheels out of puff pastry that I eat all the time. So I will show you how I make those, and I will just make up the spaghetti and meatballs because everybody knows how to make spaghetti and meatballs. But I'll show you how I do the pizza pinwheels that we are having with them. So I've got tomato puree, garlic. Don't let anybody ever tell you how much garlic you need in a recipe. You measure that with your heart. You need to decide how much garlic you put in a recipe. Just for reference, I put 7 cloves of garlic in this. It does make 2 portions, and I also use mixed herbs. So to make the pizza sauce, it is just tomato puree, a little pinch of herbs, and when I say a little pinch I mean I definitely put 2 big pinches of herbs in there, and the garlic. So it's more like a tomatoey garlic bread than like pizza because there isn't anything else in it. I used to make these with like pepperami and salami and things like that in them, but obviously I don't eat that anymore. But you could make these with any sort of pizza topping in. I sometimes put onion in, but the important thing is getting this garlic tomato, like it's just so delicious. And then just mix it all together, and that will make like a tomatoey, garlicky, herby sauce. So that works as like your tomato sauce for on your pizza. So then you just open the puff pastry and lay it out, and then you want to spread your tomatoey goodness all over it. And then this is where I like to have grated cheese, but as I have said before, our Morrison's that is just across the road from us never has any dairy-free cheese. The only dairy-free cheese that I can get is slices, so I'm just going to make it work. But if you have grated or a block that you can grate, then that is better because you can do like a thin layer. So then once you've got all of the cheese on, you want to just roll it. So just flip up one edge. So then once you've got it all rolled like this, you just want to cut it up. So I like to cut it into 8. And then another top tip, if you get non-stick Yorkshire pudding trays, put in a bit of fry light in each one, then they won't stick and you'll be able to get them out, and the shape of the tray will keep them nice and circular because they will puff outwards. They're puff pastry, so they'll puff outwards. So this is what they look like before they go in the oven, and I'll show you them when they come out again. So the pasta is boiling, the pizza wheels are in the oven, and I thought I would just point out at this point that you cook the pinwheels for about 12 minutes on 200, but don't open the oven while they're cooking or the puff pastry doesn't puff up properly. I found that in the first time I did them. I kept opening the thing and the hot air was coming out and they were like deflating and they didn't puff up properly. So just put them in there, trust that they'll be fine, and they'll puff up really like delicious and they'll go all crispy on the top, and hopefully the cheese will all be melted on the inside. But they're just perfect to have on the side of pasta if you don't want like garlic bread. I also make my own tomato pasta sauce. Once every sort of 6 months I maybe make up a big batch of tomato sauce. I roast, I get a massive box of tomatoes and I roast them with peppers and onions and garlic, and then I freeze it all, and I did that at the beginning of the year, and I'm still making my way through all of the pasta sauce that I had made up. So the next time I make that I will show you, but it won't be for a while because I've got a freezer full of pasta sauce. But I prefer doing that than buying pre-made because there's so much sugar and salt in pre-made tomato pasta sauce and there's just no need for it. Tomatoes have a flavour, you don't need to add a load of salt, and we're having the Linda McCartney meatballs on the top of ours, but I'm not sure if I'll like them because I'm not a big fan, or I wasn't a big fan of meatballs anyway before when I was eating meat, so I'm not sure I will be a big fan of these, but I'll give them a go and I will show you all when it's done. So they are the pinwheels all done. That one fell over while it was cooking, so it hasn't puffed up as much as it should have done, but you can see like they do puff up a lot. And then that one is mine, the small portion, and a bigger portion for Phil because he's starving and I am not, but I'll take that through and I will report back how the meatballs are. Passion fruit, gin and lemonade. It's such a vibe. So while I sip on my gin and lemonade, oh excuse my hair, the meatballs, they were the Linda McCartney, they just said vegetarian meatballs but they were vegan, they said on the packaging that they were vegan. They were delicious. I loved them, and I don't like meatballs. I never liked meatballs even when I ate meat, but they were really nice, really tasty. I just had them out to defrost, and I'm not sure what it said on the packaging to cook them, but I just put them under the George Foreman grill for about 5 minutes just to like crisp them up, and they were delicious. I over spinached with the pasta sauce, but we live and we learn. I put too much spinach in, which I didn't think was actually possible, but it turns out it is. And the pizza pinwheels were a big success as well, as always. It really is important to not open the oven while they're cooking, because otherwise the puff pastry doesn't puff up properly, and that is the whole point of it. So that was everything that I've eaten today, and a 10-minute ramble of why I eat the way that I do. That might not seem relevant, but I felt like it was a very important part of me and why I eat that way or this way because of how I used to eat. So it's all relative. But that is everything. I may well have ice cream later, but I am turning off the camera now and just relaxing for the rest of the day with my gin. So until next time, thank you for watching. Bye!